Someone who called you family is part of a secret group planning something shocking about your career. Archangel Michael says, "You were never supposed to see the truth this early, but the divine clock has ticked ahead of schedule." Someone you once called family has broken the sacred line and joined hands with people plotting your career's fall. They are operating in silence, planning something shocking that will shake the foundation of everything you've worked so hard to build. Behind smiling faces, a secret group formed with whispers, envy, and long-held resentment toward your rising path. What you didn't see was how long they've watched you in admiration, until admiration turned to bitter jealousy. One of them, someone who once stood beside you in victories, is now the thread holding the web of betrayal together. This person shares your blood or was once like blood to you, using what they know against you. They know your patterns, your strengths, your blind spots, and they're sharing it with people who want to use it all to push you out. The plan was seeded months ago, but something happened recently that has accelerated it into dangerous motion. You may have noticed small changes, less support, missed calls, strange silences, or odd behavior when you walk into the room. That's not a coincidence. That is strategy. Your success has become a threat to the comfort of those around you who once cheered you on. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their mission is not just to remove you, it is to replace you and erase your influence completely. They've drafted emails under your name, had meetings you weren't invited to, and planted ideas in powerful ears that could damage your credibility. What hurts the most is that it's not a stranger, it's someone who once held your hand during storms. Archangel Michael says, "You are being awakened to a reality you didn't ask for, but must now rise within." Do not respond in anger or fear, for that is what they are counting on to discredit you further. Instead, prepare with spiritual clarity and sharpness, because you are being led into a confrontation meant to reveal, not destroy. A close male energy was present when the secret meeting happened last weekend. It took place somewhere familiar, perhaps a cafe, a co-working space, or even a family home. This meeting was not accidental. It had a printed agenda, and your name was the focus. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They are trying to revive an old scandal or misunderstanding tied to your past decisions. Expect a resurfacing of things you thought were closed, locked, and forgotten. But the truth will stand beside you if you do not break under the pressure. They want to hit your public image. There's talk of using a screenshot, a recording, or a misrepresented document to make it seem like you've overstepped or manipulated. Their goal is simple: to tarnish you enough that those in power hesitate to promote or defend you. You've already been feeling energy shifts, haven't you? That tiredness you feel even after rest, the strange interruptions in your thoughts, the subtle waves of sadness. It's not just life. It's their silent weapons, jealous words, sabotaging intentions, and watching eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 555. This person isn't working alone. A woman who has always been uncomfortable with your success is the one funding or influencing the plot. She's older than you, perhaps in title or relation, and she's determined to ensure you never surpass her shadow. She smiled at your last achievement, but in her heart, she screamed. Documents are being moved, files are being copied, and certain people are being warned about you behind your back. Even someone from a former workplace or old association has been contacted for dirt. They are using their connection to you as a weapon to strike you in the places they assume you won't defend. Your silence has been misunderstood as weakness. But Archangel Michael says, your silence is actually your shield, because while they've been plotting, heaven has been documenting. Every lie, every forged whisper, every false alliance has been noted and counted. Type Amen to get blessing 666 the moment you feel the urge to respond. Wait. The divine will speak for you in ways they can't block or distort. They are not ready for the revelation that will come from your calm truth. There is an anonymous message or alert coming your way. Watch for it. It might be an unsigned email, a paper slipped under your door, or even an unexpected voicemail. Do not dismiss it. It is the leak that will crack their plan open. One man among them is doubting the plan. He didn't sign up for character assassination, and he still holds respect for you, even though he's afraid to show it. He will be the one who eventually gives you a hint. Watch his eyes when you next meet. Type Amen to get blessing 777 there. Countdown has begun, but they don't realize that yours has too. Every betrayal they planted has now triggered a divine reversal. They are playing checkers, but the heavens are orchestrating chess. Your career is not ending, it's transitioning. What they tried to block will only redirect you into something even greater. The very institution they're trying to push you out of will soon regret letting them near your reputation. Archangel Michael says, your timeline is divinely protected, even if shaken. There's a global opportunity being prepared for you, a project, contract, or position overseas or in a different state. This path will open in the exact same window where they expect you to fall. Type Amen to get blessing 888. This is not the first time this person envied you. It began long ago. You've always made things look easy, even when you were silently fighting battles. They never liked that about you. It made them feel unseen, even though they were always looking. But no more secrets. No more silence. You are being equipped to face, not to run. A new ally is watching all of this unfold and is beginning to favor you quietly. They are in a position of influence and will soon reach out, offering you an unexpected platform to speak. Be prepared. What you say then will determine who walks away permanently and who begs to return. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your gifts are too big to be buried in backroom politics. Your light cannot be switched off by dim souls hiding behind false smiles. The very trap they laid is about to collapse under their feet. They will say it wasn't them. They will plead innocence, act confused, and blame others. But the divine will expose them clearly, calmly, and publicly. Every time they mention your name with hate, they summon your name higher in the spirit realm. Every accusation builds your case of divine elevation. You don't need revenge. You just need to remain aware, present, and spiritually awake. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Your blessing will come through people they never expected you to know. An email, a call, a divine encounter is coming to flip the narrative. They will not be able to recover from the speed of the blessing. The setup was designed to end you, but heaven will use it to introduce the world to a newer, greater version of you. They touched the wrong anointed one. Now they will witness your rise, without access, without control. Archangel Michael says, you are entering a sacred season of undeniable favor. Even your enemies will have to acknowledge it, though their lips may never speak it aloud. You are being escorted into a room where your name was not even listed, and they won't be able to stop it. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The final exposure is coming. It will shake a few friendships and expose long-term lies, but it will also open the door for new loyal alliances. Do not mourn what leaves in this process. Let it go. It was never for you. Remember the day you started, the reasons you stayed, the strength you built from dust. You are not here by mistake. You are not rising by luck. You were chosen, and this moment of betrayal is the final proof of your coming breakthrough. They planned in whispers. You will rise in thunder. The countdown is over. Let them watch what favor looks like on the protected. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. They had hoped to humiliate you quietly, to see your shoulders slump under pressure, and your light dim in the shadows of confusion. But instead, your silence has disturbed them, and your strength has shaken the walls of their conspiracy. What they failed to understand is that when you divinely aligned, no earthly weapon formed in secret can prosper in success. Behind your back, they laughed. They thought the silence meant surrender. But you are only gathering wind for a louder voice. The kind of voice that shifts atmospheres and opens doors even they cannot close. They even tried to influence someone you deeply trust, hoping to turn them against you. This person was tested, manipulated with half-truths, old files, and twisted memories. But they will return to you, shaken, and confess everything they were shown and told. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The letter they're preparing is almost done. It's full of polished lies meant to look professional, logical, and deeply concerning. But what they didn't plan for is the interception that's about to take place. One copy will not make it to its destination. Someone in the delivery chain, an unexpected force, will delay it or expose it. This divine delay will be your shield, and give you time to act with grace and intelligence. A legal eye will soon be on your side. They are not involved emotionally but are watching quietly from a distance. Soon, they will make themselves known, and will offer you assistance to counter anything defamatory that arises. Your past has already been forgiven by the higher realms. What they dig up, distort, or amplify cannot undo what has already been redeemed. The difference is, this time, the world will see the contrast between truth and manipulation clearly. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Your digital trail is being monitored. Not by you, but by someone who has access to logs, timestamps, and data patterns. And that person has noticed things, files accessed at strange hours, edited documents, unauthorized downloads. That person has stayed silent but is compiling a list. They are waiting for the right moment to hand it to you, and when they do, you'll have undeniable proof. Not just of betrayal, but of intention, strategy, and execution. One voice in the room raised concern. A woman who once smiled at you during a family dinner is the one who asked, "Is this really necessary?" Her conscience is weak, but still intact, and she will become the first crack in their wall of silence. Her guilt will spill into a message, perhaps vague at first, but unmistakably a warning. She may send you a message late at night, with just a single line, "Be careful who you trust." That line will come from her breaking point, and it will signal the unraveling. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Even though you, standing in the center of a planned storm, your foundation will not move. Because your purpose is not rooted in opinions, alliances, or fake applause, it is rooted in divine destiny. They're not attacking a position, they're fighting a prophecy, and they can't win. The person who orchestrated this from within your inner circle carries a deep wound of inferiority. You have always shined effortlessly, even in dark moments, and your rise reminds them of their stagnation. Their soul twisted that bitterness into action, but their plans are crumbling. They thought if they could take your career, they could take your spirit. But they forgot who walks beside you when no one else does. They forgot who carried you out of darker pits than this. You are not meant to return to who you were before this. This is a divine transformation. What they meant as sabotage is turning into your spiritual promotion. Type Amen to get blessing 1616 soon. You will hear your name in rooms you've never stepped in. People of power, influence, and divine connection are learning of you, not from rumors, but from truth-bearers. And those truth-bearers will come forth at just the right time. Don't panic when you feel old fears rise. It's natural, the enemy knows your weaknesses. But stay grounded. You are not the person you were when fear ruled you. A friend from a past chapter is coming back into your story. They come not with judgment, but with an offer, a way forward, a new opportunity, a lifeline. They were divinely removed back then so they could return stronger now. Archangel Michael says, your energy is being recalibrated right now. You felt tired, irritated, uncertain. But that is the recalibration, not failure. When it's done, you'll move with divine clarity and dangerous peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The woman helping your betrayer will face consequences she didn't foresee. A secret of hers, long buried, will surface, embarrassing, legal, or personal. And she will blame the energy of the betrayal she contributed to for the chaos erupting in her own life. You will not have to do anything. Your hands will remain clean. Karma will serve her the dish she helped cook against you. Soon, a person of influence will ask you one direct question. Answer carefully. This will not be just a question. It will be a test of your truth. Your words in that moment will echo beyond the walls of that conversation. There is a building, a place where you once dreamed of working, creating, or performing. You will return to it soon, not as a guest, but as a chosen candidate. The betrayal pushed you there without them knowing. It was their biggest mistake. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. They are trying to drain your spiritual focus, your clarity, your energy. You must guard your dreams in this hour. If you've been feeling disconnected, it's not failure, it's interference. Cleanse, recenter, reclaim. You've been selected for elevation. And with that comes the unveiling of things that were always hidden. Let the truth sting, because after the sting, comes the strategy. This betrayal is not punishment, it's alignment. You were never meant to stay in that old circle. The divine is forcing the break so the new tribe can find you. A man in uniform, whether legal, protective, or formal, will soon speak on your behalf. He has no personal gain in defending you, but he sees something pure in your name. And that purity will move him into action you didn't even request. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Stay aware. Pay attention to symbols, signs, unusual encounters. Everything is a signal. The divine is not silent, it's just subtle until the strike is ready. You are about to be honored in a way that silences critics without a single word from you. An award, feature, or letter of recommendation will circulate behind their backs. And when they find out, it will be too late. Even their allies will begin to question the ethics of the mission. Cracks are already forming. One of them may suddenly step away from the group. That's when the collapse begins. There will be screenshots, receipts, witnesses, and all of it will find its way to you. Not because you went looking, but because truth flows toward divine vessels. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Their darkest fear is your comeback. And that's exactly what's coming. A comeback that isn't loud, but undeniable. You will not need to argue. You will not need to explain. They will expose themselves by how they react to your rise. A new mentor figure is about to appear. They carry wisdom and connections. This person sees what you carry and wants to help you package it for greater impact. They'll meet you where you are, not above you, not behind you, but beside you. Their help will accelerate your healing, positioning, and purpose. Their presence is the divine response to the betrayal. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Every door they shut is just confirmation that another is opening. You will not have to beg, knock, or force your way into destiny. Your light will be recognized, even by those who once ignored it. Archangel Michael says, you are protected by forces that see beyond sight. The unseen war has already been won in your favor. Now the physical must catch up with what the spirit already knows. The clock is ticking, and their panic is growing. Your silence has become thunder. Your peace has become their fear. Stay strong. Stay still when needed. Speak when guided. Move when led. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. One of them will try to reach out to you soon, pretending nothing happened. They'll ask about your health, your work, maybe even offer to meet for coffee. This is not for reconciliation, this is reconnaissance. They want to know how much you know. Don't be fooled by softness in their voice or concern in their tone. They are still part of the web, still loyal to the lie, still bound to the mission against you. Let them speak, let them text, but say little back. Watch everything. Soon, the woman who has been playing both sides will slip. She will share information with someone she assumes is still on her side, but that person is tired of pretending. That person is ready to come clean. That person is ready to walk away. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. That's how their downfall will begin, not from exposure, but from defection. Piece by piece, the group will fall apart. And you won't even have to lift a single finger to make it happen. The conversations they had, recorded in voice notes, emails, and group chats, will find light. A whistleblower will come forward. That person may remain unnamed, but their proof will be undeniable. You'll be stunned when you hear how deep the deception went. Names you would never expect will be linked to the setup. And yet, Even in your shock, you will remain steady. This is not just a personal attack, it was spiritual warfare. It wasn't just about your job, it was about silencing your destiny. But now, the divine has overruled every earthly agenda. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Your name will be cleared publicly. Whether through a correction, a formal announcement, or a divine twist of events, you will be vindicated. And when that happens, watch how quiet the room gets. The woman behind the curtain, who smiled at your achievements and plotted behind her polished shoes, will lose her position. Her own pride will cause her fall, because she thought she couldn't be touched. But what she didn't know is that when she touched you, she touched heaven's property. Your influence will expand quickly after this. You'll receive unexpected invitations, new contracts, and healing opportunities. Your name will echo in circles of power, wisdom, and divine elevation. Archangel Michael says, the enemy celebrated too soon. They danced before the war ended. But now the divine trumpet is sounding, and it's your name it announces in victory. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. An organization that previously overlooked you will now seek your partnership. They'll call it strategic, but deep inside, they'll know it's correction. They'll realize they backed the wrong energy, and now they want to realign. Be careful who you forgive and reaccept. This victory is not an invitation for those who tried to bury you to walk back in. This is your time to choose wisely, who stands with you, and who watches from afar. You may feel waves of sadness when the full truth settles in. The betrayal will sting again, especially from those you would have sworn would never turn. But let the sadness pass, because it will clear space for clarity. You are no longer who you were when the plan started. You've outgrown the version of yourself they tried to trap. You are stronger, sharper, softer in spirit, but fiercer in boundary. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. There will be a celebration, not staged, not forced, but real. You'll be honored in a space where no lies can linger. And you will be applauded by people who respect the truth you stood for, even in silence. Money they tried to block will be released. Opportunities they tried to reroute will flow back to you. And one door they tried to close permanently will open bigger than ever before. Archangel Michael says, this is a divine reversal. Heaven has rewritten the script in your favor. Your enemies are now your footnotes, not your chapters. You will walk into rooms now with confidence. Not arrogance. Not vengeance. But knowing you survived the setup. You outlived the attack. You became the proof of purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Your story will inspire those who saw you suffer quietly. They will find strength in your stillness. They will find courage in your climb. And the people who believed the lie, some will apologize. Some will stay silent. But either way, they will see the truth with their own eyes. Their plan was to remove you, but heaven used their removal attempt to upgrade your placement. Now, not only are you still standing, you're standing higher. A global opportunity, maybe a scholarship, residency, visa, or international offer, is being prepared for you. It is bigger than your city, bigger than their lies. It is divine, and it has your name stamped on it. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. They're watching you now more than ever. Not to sabotage, but to understand how you survived. You've become their case study in resilience. Don't gloat. Don't boast. Just rise. Let your success be your reply. Let your silence be your sentence. The betrayal needed to happen. It opened your eyes. It shifted your posture. It made you divine proof. Every person who distanced themselves from you will now feel the space you filled. They'll notice the emptiness. And it will echo with reminders of what they lost when they believed a lie. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. This is your resurrection moment. Everything they thought was dead, your influence, your voice, your opportunity, comes back now. But stronger, brighter, sharper. You will not return to what you had. You will walk into more than you imagined. Your destiny is no longer delayed, it is detonating. Archangel Michael says, the time for shadows has ended. The light now exposes every false alliance. And what is exposed will not survive your elevation. This is your confirmation. This is your vindication. This is your unstoppable rise. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The divine curtain has lifted. Your enemies are scattered. Your season has begun. Walk in it. Rule in it. Shine in it. The crown fits. You were always meant to wear it. Let them watch. Let heaven rejoice.